a Redeemer, Jesus, God's own Son, precious Lamb of God, Messiah, Holy One.
Hi, one of the things I've learned at Rednecks for Jesus is not to be afraid to ask the hard questions. So today we're asking the question, are you fishing enough? And basically what we're doing in this discussion is we're just applying the principles of success that apply broadly in many different pursuits. We're just applying them to fishing. So the first principle of success is to be wholehearted. Many anglers struggle because their recreational time and effort are divided among so many interests that fishing gets short shrift. Less golf means more fishing. Less TV means more fishing. Less surfing the internet means more time for fishing. If you've sworn off the National Football League, the NBA, Major League Baseball because of some of the political nonsense that you think those players are up to, you'll have a lot more time for fishing over the next few months. The second principle of success is staying in practice. Not everything's like riding a bike. Skills atrophy if you don't use them enough. You may not need to go fishing several times a week like a professional fisherman, but staying in practice usually requires fishing a few times each month during the fishing season. Making wise use of investments. When you bought that boat or that Shimano reel, did you say to yourself, I'm only going to use this 3 or 4 times a year? Now, assuming it's paid for, keep the boat, sell the golf clubs, keep the Shimanos, ditch the gear from the unused hobbies. Growing in knowledge is the fourth principle of success. Does it seem like you're starting over as a beginner every time you go fishing? Or are you gradually building a knowledge base on your local lake, your local river, or your favorite fisheries? Will you be a better angler at the end of this year than you were at the beginning? Do you post only asking questions for advice on internet forums? Or are you good enough, have you learned enough that you can provide good advice to other anglers? Are you growing in skill? The fifth question, or the fifth principle of success. In the contest with the fish, are you getting better at putting the right bait in the right place at the right time? Are you getting better at getting the fish hooked and in the boat? All right, the sixth principle of success, blessing others. Are you good enough that other people are lining up to fish with you so that they can enjoy quality fishing and learn from an expert? Do you have enough fishing opportunities to share a day on the water with just about everyone who wants to fish with you? 7, the health benefits. Sunshine is good for vitamin D, and eating fish has a lot of heart-healthy omega-3s. Some kinds of fishing have more exercise than others, but just about any kind of fishing you do provides more exercise than watching TV or surfing the internet. Avoid the pandemic, go fishing. 8, escape from hustle and bustle and be quiet. This is a principle of success. Sometimes you need to be able to hear yourself think, hear your heartbeat, hear yourself not think. Turn the phone off and go fishing. 9, keeping promises to yourself and others. How many times a month are you planning to fish over the next year? Make a goal, make a plan, and keep it. You may need to cut back on expenses and time spent pursuing other things. But especially, have you promised to take a child or grandchild fishing, a niece or nephew? Take somebody fishing. 10, developing and maintaining momentum. Getting good at most things requires developing and maintaining momentum. Most fishing has seasonal patterns. Learning these patterns and when they shift from one to another requires fishing several times a month. Now, I'm not saying you need to, spend money that's needed by something else in your life or by something that has a higher priority. I'm not saying you should take time and attention away from your wife, your children, your loved ones, your responsibilities. What I'm saying is that of all the time you spend pursuing recreational things, if you look at it carefully, there's probably some things that are less fun, that are less important than fishing. Stop doing those things. Go fishing.